And we are live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Testing, testing. Hope you can hear us. We are ready for you. Are you ready for us? So I'm just going to, well, we're live now, but I'm going to just do some tags and everything.
Okay, I'll go to my Facebook
Yeah, and just
and
you just I'm going to do that now. And
okay,
you tag everybody. Then you can just share it. Good evening, good evening. Okay. That. Okay. So now.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, almost done. Self-esteem.
Okay. I'm live now as well on
Yes,
Facebook.
you are.
Okay. Lovely.
There's a feature on there.
If you can tag Alex Focus as well.
Alex.
Alex Focus. It's real Alex Focus
Okay.
Foundation.
Well, hopefully I can. If I don't have the person, it might be a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't have the
Okay,
person.
no problem.
But
I
once
will
I've
tag.
done yours, you can do that.
Yeah.
Good evening. If you can see us, just say hello. We are here. We are live. Imagine I had to change my color today just because of, oh, this way, just because of Mr. Freetown. I had to change my color to green because he represents the green, white, and blue. I can't get all the colors, but being able to get a green just to represent my dear friend here. So, and I know how much he's passionate about everything. So, yeah, we just tag it. I've tagged you. So, you can, if you've gotten that, then you be able to share it.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, even says live around it. Oh, so they even do that now. Good evening. How is your Friday going, everyone? Good evening, good evening. Tag, share, just spread it out. Let's get people coming in. Share, 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 share. Share to everyone that you know. Because this is going to be very, very, very not just informative, it'll be entertaining and everything else in between because I've got the man himself. So yeah, please help. Let's share. Let's share. And let's see. Have you been able to see it?
Sorry?
Have you seen it? I've tagged you.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah. It's live on
Okay.
my Facebook now, so
Okay. All right then. Okay, we're live. So we're going to get going then. Thank you so much for joining us and on this wonderful, wonderful Friday evening. My guest today, first of all, let me introduce myself in case you've never seen me. My name is Miriam K, and I am the host of the Power Hour. And today I have my very, very special guest, Mark Spratley, aka Mr. Freetown, who is actually one of the contestants of House of Stars. And the only, as we say, Oibo Caucasian person there, but of his love for Sierra Leone and everything to do with Sierra Leone is something that really, really just captured me. And I wanted to, even before I went to House of Stars, actually, I got in contact because it's like, for somebody to have that much love for my nation And for somebody that wasn't born in Sierra Leone and anything like that, but has done so much in Sierra Leone, I was like, I definitely have to get to know him a bit more. So, Mark, well done. And also, welcome to the Power Hour.
I
So
just
it's a great pleasure to have you.
okay.
And I know you have such an interesting story. So I want to, first of all, can you just introduce yourself and everything so we can get to know you a bit more?
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you so much for giving me this time on your platform. Power Hour is very important for the people to hear the truth, and also to be powered by the experience that people have had as well in the past. Um, so myself, my name is Mark Spratley. I'm white British. I've been in and out of the country for 14 years. We have a charity which is SCF Spratley Charity Foundation, and also with all the rest of my team. And then also we have a record label, which I'm also a co-founder of the record label with Byron Cole, aka Ribs. And we've named it SOS Records, and that's a part of the first initial logo or company name, I should say, because it's Swing of Success Records. We have been recognized in the country of doing something amazing for the youths, for the children, and for the people them inside the country. So we've working very hard, extremely continuous hard with everything that we do. We've just partnered with Alex Focus, and also I'm a brand UK ambassador to Salon Bobo Titi clothing, which is the clothing that I'm wearing right now. So yeah, it's exactly what I'm doing now. It's in my DNA. It's not something that I've just got up and wanted to do. It was actually one child changed my life, and I have never looked back on it since. But we're getting more into that about the
Yeah,
story
because
of
that
why.
story is so interesting, and I can't wait for us to talk about it. So a lot of people will say, "Well, this is somebody that's a British person, and so why this? What attracted you to Sierra Leone? Because there are so many countries in Africa, right?
Yeah.
What was it about Sierra Leone that attracted you to get more involved? Because I know you've been doing work there for the past 14 years, so it's not just because of House of Stars, as
No.
people think. You've been doing so much in the country even before that and after, and you keep going up to now. So, what was the attraction to the place? To
Well,
yeah.
one of my friends from the UK, I was going through some sort of situation in a relationship. I just broke up. And the young man said to me, let's take some time out and go and visit Sierra Leone, my home country. So his name was Jerry Brown. And he said, let's go out to Sierra Leone. You can meet my family, you can meet my friends, and so on. And we decided also to go out there and, you know, look at the business opportunities out there as well. Because I was working for various amount of companies in the UK at the time. So we decided to take a lorry, like an army lorry over, which was sold to the mining industry. Myself, when I got there, I was connected with all the Swazi boys, such as BS. He's a very good friend of mine now, very supportive. And we really went over there first of all for business and pleasure, and just to get away. And on the same week of being in Sierra Leone for the first ever time, that's when everything changed about myself, how I feel, um, what my ambitions are, and basically the start of my legacy.
That is, so interesting because I think a lot of people, right, don't really realize that you being there was not about anything other than trying to help to get the country and the people to, elevate everything. So, with that, with what you've said, what was it that, what were you trying to get? What was the purpose of applying and going to House of Stars, which we know is right now the biggest reality TV show in Sierra Leone? So, what were you hoping to gain by being part of it? And also, what was that journey like? Because you're not in Sierra Leone. So, of course, that
Yeah.
means you have to do a lot of things, getting the application, everything, right? And auditions and all of that. So, what was it? What was the purpose? And what was the journey like?
Okay, so the journey, it was it was very hard at the beginning. Um, I started looking at, you know, being being a contestant, or yeah, actually going forward to apply for the application first of all, which was very difficult. Uh, we looked at it as more to do with the platform than anything else. It wasn't the money, it wasn't the car, it wasn't anything. It was to get the name out there of the SCF Spratley Charity Foundation and also the SOS Records. That's what the whole purpose of going inside the house. Let me be honest. And if God agreed for us to go any further of becoming maybe a finalist or so, it would have been a God blessing, because all the money that I could have potentially won, it would have gone back into the charity and also the SOS Records. Now the thing is um, with going inside the house, um, I reached out to certain people to help me to get an application form and so on. And one of the bloggers, which I've named him already on other social networks, I gave him the money to go and get me the form. Now he actually duped me out the money. He didn't want. He wanted to keep the money for himself. It was 1,200,000 or so old money, old Leones. And the way he done it, he had a, a t-shirt which he took a picture of. He took a picture of the application. He showed me that he was filling it out, but when I spoke to people that are actually involved, there was no such application made at all. So with that, I was talking to, his name is Notch. He's an amazing artist as well, Sierra Leonean. He has a very amounts of businesses in Sierra Leone as well, which wants to help Sierra Leoneans again. Um, he reached out to me and said, "Okay, let me cover the cost of the application form, and let me get you the application form via your certain team members." So the application went through. I didn't think I would even get as far as that personally after what I went through. Um, so it was quite daunting that I had a text message saying that we've also looked at this very, very hard. We would like to offer you a chance on being one of the contestants. So the auditions started happening, and I done my audition. Next minute, people were voting for me. People were looking like strongly at my background and so on. And they realized that I was a very good fit to go inside the House of Stars. And I would like to say thank you to Valentine, of the House of Stars, of choosing myself, and for the people out there seeing my audition, that they thought it was very powerful. So I had a lot of votes. I had a lot of people that was very interested in exactly what I was doing. So it become like a part of my story of what I was doing, in my life in Sierra Leone. So I got accepted to go into the house, and the preparations started really happening. People in America, Australia, UK was supportive, saying they would be voting for me in a high numbers. And so, and then I started to do promotions. I started to go on AYV TV, started to go on SLBC TV, started to go on all the radio stations that you could think of, to promote myself in the manner of why I'm going into the House of Stars. I went over to Sierra Leone preparation. We took like 2 months out there beforehand. So I was out there 2 months before most people were even thinking of flying out there, because I knew it was going to be very difficult and very demanding. And I knew for a fact that I was up against a lot of talented people, including my good friend now, which is his name is Pete Wiz and Pete Wiz and Sergeant and so on. So I managed to go into the camping, because we was in the camping for 2 weeks, and then there was a disturbance in Sierra Leone that Val needed to keep us safe, so we stayed in the hotel until the police resolved it and the government resolved the situation in Sierra Leone. So myself, because there was certain amount of people dotted all over the country, over the world as well, that was being very supportive. It's sorry, someone keeps trying to call me. When we was going into the camping, it was to that point where you go into the camping, they take your phones off you, and you started to be a part of the House of Stars as soon as you got. So,
Sorry, guys. When somebody calls, you
sorry,
go
these people
back.
don't want to give
Sorry.
up calling me. I think it's from an African country anyway. So I from there I started making friends inside the house. Started making friends with Pete Wiz, Anita, and so on, Sergeant. And there was many people inside the house that I got on with. Pat Rose as well, Kish, and TR. We become very connected with everybody inside the camping. It become like a family before we went inside the house, which was amazing. We was put up in a very nice hotel, which was the House of Stars, like hotel that is connected with their company. And they gave us 3 meals a day as well, which was amazing. They provided drinks and so on, and they also gave us advice from certain people that was coming in to speak to us. So the preparation was really amazing.
Yeah.
And what they put on for the contestants was amazing. They kept us busy, but
Yeah.
it was a very big struggle that they kept on. It was very big struggle where they really um, they put a very big stop to us where we couldn't contact certain management team because they're dotted around all over the world. It was very difficult to get my manager to contact them at the right time, because I know when and what time they can be contacted, because obviously it's a worldwide thing. So I went into, with the preparation of going into House of Stars, they put us up in a 5-star hotel just before we went inside the house, which was amazing also. And you know, they it was a beach event, it was a beach resort.
Yeah, I remember Street Picking was talking about that when you
Yes.
guys went to the beach, and I think she said she wasn't able to make it, but she didn't have the transportation. You were the
Yeah.
one that sorted everything out. And I must say, since you left, all the other stars contestants have said about you has always been so positive.
Yeah.
So that just shows that you really made an impact with them. And even though you were not there for too long, and I always believe in life, it's not about how long that you're somewhere, but the impact that you make. And you truly did, because they've all said so much positive stuff about you since.
Yeah.
So well done for that, well done. And I must say also, House of Stars, they've really set a precedence to the
Mhm.
point that anybody coming up with anything have to really come and match up with that level. They've
Yes.
done, they've done it the way it's supposed to. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that it's Sierra Leone, because they've done things even better than even Big Brother Niger and all of those
Hmm.
sort of things. They brought in, people to give advice to the stars on, once you've left the house, how it is, what you're going to do, how to use what you've got. And I haven't seen that before in other
Hmm.
reality TV shows, unless they don't broadcast it. But this is something that we saw it raw in front of our own faces, and seeing the transformation of the contestants and being able to use that as just a springboard to do greater things. So, talking about greater things, I would like to know more about your charity. Let's give Mark a second. Okay, Mark's back.
Sorry.
Return of the Mac.
I do apologize. I do apologize. I wasn't
Return
speaking
of the Mac.
English. So,
Yeah. So,
so you want to know more
talking
about
I know
the
people always do that.
foundation or
I
the
get it
SOS
as well.
records?
So, I would like to know more about your foundation and also the SOS records. If you can tell us more about that.
Okay, I will start from right from the beginning. Now, I was in Sierra Leone 14 years ago. We went out there for pleasure and business purpose. We sold a truck to the army. I think it was via the army to the mining industry or so. I'm not too sure now. Such a long time ago, and we made a lot of money just in one truck that we sold. That myself and this other person, we actually worked together of getting a truck and we shipped it out there and so on. So we were celebrating in Swazi area in a 4x4. You know, there was ladies, there was the Swazi boys actually in the car itself, in the vehicle, And, we were buying food and drink and so on. And we were just celebrating because what we just achieved was just amazing, that the amount of money that we made on that first transaction of the vehicle. Now we're driving through the capital of Sierra Leone, which is Freetown. And, this is where this is where the tattoo, this is why I've been called Mr. Freetown and everything. This is the whole reason why everything has happened, connecting with management, connecting with government officials, and also the SOS records. Now, we was driving through the capital of Sierra Leone, in the Swazi area as well. And I was there also selling laptops, phones on the street, and so on. From there, we all jumped in a vehicle. We're heading back to the east, but we're going through Swazi area. And out of nowhere, a child ran out in front of the car. I don't know if the child ran out in front of the car because he saw myself or he saw an opportunity to speak to us, or he just ran across the road, that he just trying to get across the road one side to the other road, the other side of the road. So this child ran out in front of the car. We slammed the brakes on. Thank God we didn't hit this child. And because of the height of the vehicle, the child was very small. I think he was about 5 or 6 years of age. So we didn't know if we hit this child or not. So we're all in shock. We didn't know what was happening when this child ran out in front of the car. Next minute, bang, bang on my window. So I wound down my window. That tells you how long ago this happened. So I wound down the window quickly, and I looked at this child. First of all, I said to this child, "Are you okay? Because, have you been injured? Have you hurt yourself?" And he said, "No, uncle, I'm fine." So I looked at this child, and this child was very taken back. He looked very exhausted. He didn't look well, and so on. So I started asking this young man, this young boy, questions. And everybody in the car was saying, "Left that picking alone. He's just a beggar, blah, blah, blah." And this is what I kept on getting. But because of my son back in the UK at the time, he was the same age as this child. So I had straight away connections with this child. So I asked the child, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yes, uncle, I'm fine." I looked at this child and this child wasn't responding in any shape or form. So we said to this child, I said to this child, "So are you hungry, first of all? Because we've just been shopping." So I grabbed a big bag of the shopping and I put it on my lap. And I said to the child, "Do you want any food?" The child said, "No, uncle, I don't need any food." So this prompted me to ask more questions to this child. I said to the child, "Are you sick?" And he said, "No, uncle, I'm not sick," because his eyes were drawn back. He didn't look very good in himself. So I said to this child, "Are you sick?" And the child responded, "No, no, uncle, I'm not sick." So everybody was keep laughing and joking about this child, and I kept on asking questions because I know for a fact there's something behind this child that, he needs or he requires. So I asked the child once again, "Is your family sick? Do I need to take you to the chemist? Do I need to take you anywhere to get you any support whatsoever?" He said, "No. No, uncle, I don't need, my mum is not sick. My family are okay. I'm not sick. So I don't need to go to the chemist." Now, if you just think to yourself that I'm in a different country, this child is speaking Creole, but this child is somewhat educated as well, because I could understand him straight away. So I started asking him more and more questions, and everybody was saying, left that picking alone, Mark, left that picking alone. And I wanted to get to the bottom root of why this child is standing next door to me, next door to the window. So I started asking more questions. And everything I was asking, he was saying, no, 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 no. So I'm getting frustrated because I don't know what this child wants. So I asked the child, what do you need or what do you want? And the child looked at me once again, and he looked very stern in his face, and he didn't respond. So everybody was laughing. This child is this, this, and this. So I said to the child once again, what do you want? This child came very close up to me and he said, change my life. That put a shiver down my spine. That made everybody in the car silent. They didn't understand why or how this child has ever said this. Most children on the street, they beg because they don't have any other ways of collecting money for themselves. They don't, so they usually get the money and they take it back home, so they can support their family. So this child said, change my life. And for me, I didn't know what to do. I didn't understand how I'm going to help to change anybody's life in Sierra Leone, especially children. So the only thing I could do at that time is just put my hand in my pocket and give this child as much money that I had on me in my pocket. And I said, please get home safe. He ran off. That was the last time I ever saw this child. And I wish I could get in contact with this child again. So we went back to the apartment that we rented. And this kept on playing in my mind. This child changed my life, changed my life. So the next morning, I should say, I saw a young gentleman on the street, and he was jogging. And I was somewhat of a fitness fanatic as well at that time. So I looked at this young man, and something told me to shout out to this man and ask him what he's doing. Because, I'm on the balcony next morning, lovely day, and I see this man running on the street, and he looked very muscular, which I was at the time, and I thought to myself, I just needed to maybe jog or do something. So I shouted out to this young man, and his name is Atta. I shouted over to him. I said, where are you going? What are you up to? And he said, oh, I'm just taking a jog to the gym. You want to come? And I thought, why not? So I got my shorts on and t-shirt on, and I ran down the stairs, everybody telling me I shouldn't be going with this young man because you don't know him, you don't know Sierra Leone. I've only been in the country for a certain amount of days. Anyway, I run down from my apartment across the road to this gentleman, which is also a part of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I went to the gym. Sorry, we jogged to the gym, which is maybe a couple of miles away in the blistering heat. And we got to the gym. I started training out, and I still have this in my head. This child changed my life, changed my life, changed my life. So we were gymming. and I wasn't focused on what I was doing, lifting the weights properly. So this gentleman said to me, "Are you okay? You know, you're not really into this at the minute." So I put down the weights and I told him the story of what happened with his child. And this young man said, "Wow, you know, he's never heard of this before." So it made me start thinking, I've got money right now in my pocket, and maybe we can go and give something to some children. I didn't know what, I didn't know how to do this. I didn't understand really what to do because it's a different country. This is Africa, this is Sierra Leone. So everything is different. So I said to this young man, I said, "Are you charitable?" And he said, "Yes. I'm a Christian. I'm a person that gives." So I said to him, I said, "So if I can give you a certain amount of money, would you pick me up the next day and get me as much clothing, food, sweets, and toys and everything that you can think of for these children?" And he said, "Yeah, no problem. I'm willing to help you." So I give him a certain amount of money to cover all of the cost for everything. And this is where I started to start thinking about charity work in a different manner. But I didn't know if this person was genuine. I didn't know him from Adam. I just gym with him. I went back to the apartment. We jogged back after gymming, and he said, "I will be with you then tomorrow morning. I think 8 o'clock in the morning." And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I'll be waiting for you." 8 o'clock in the morning came, and everybody in the apartment was saying, "This man is going to dupe you out of the money. You've given this money, you're crazy." But something was telling me to speak to this man on the street. Something was telling me to, I don't know if it was God. I don't know if it was something maybe in myself, the trust. And so, but something was telling me to trust this person. And everybody else was telling me that I've been duped out of this money. Next morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, this man turned up with vehicles. It was jam-packed with clothing, food, toys, and sweets. So my son at that time came into Sierra Leone, and he was only 5 years of age as well, which is crazy. After that experience, my son flew into the country with someone else. So I said to my son, I said, "Are you ready? Are you ready for this?" And he said, "Yes, Dad, I'm ready." So we went in the middle of nowhere. I can't remember exactly where it was because it's such a long time ago. And myself, my son, and a few of the people from the Swazi team as well, we gave away everything to all these children. And it was like something came over me of saying, "Wow, this feeling is absolutely amazing." I've worked for De Beers, I've worked for Army, I've worked for JDS Student Phase, helping putting satellites in space. And I've never had that feeling in my life that this is something that I would love to do. So we done the donation, which was amazing. My son was there. He was giving away clothes, toys, and everything. And I've got pictures to prove it. And you will see my son's age, because he was very small at the time. He's 18 now, 19 now, coming up 20. So with that, we returned back to the UK. And The following year, I had to get a visa back to Sierra Leone because I started to think of coming more regular and started thinking about that child again and again and again. Change my life, change my life, change my life. Okay. So I became connected with another organization the name of it was Articel. The CEO of it was Shekhar Mansari. And he invited me and took me underneath his wing for charity work. And I started working with him. I became a UK director and so on. But I really wanted to do something that was connected with myself. And so I can oversee everything and I know where the money is going to, and the children that really deserve it will get it. So I came away from the charity, started thinking of how to put something together myself. And then I started being connected with Atta in a very strong way because he was the first person that we'd done a charity donation with in the country. So that led us to doing other donations, doing charity shows in the country, bringing artists, A-list artists, CD Ranks, God rest his soul now, but we came with CD Ranks. We done the stadium, which raised money, but the person that I worked with wasn't trustworthy. There wasn't. I lost basically majority of that money. So we decided to do something ourselves. And the reason why it's called SCF, Spratley Charity Foundation, is so it's my namesake that if I don't do anything correct, my name will be destroyed. That was the whole purpose of calling it Spratley Charity Foundation. Nothing else, nothing to do with fame, nothing to do with gaining the respect from anybody. It was to show that myself and my team will be able to do something great in the country. And if I don't do it, let them discredit my name because it's Spratley. So we abbreviate it to FCF now. So from there, other people came on board, Yankee and Slim K, and some amazing people come along and started joining us. And then government officials like Ben Kafala, he joined us. And very big A-list presenters, radio, TV presenters, and so on started joining us to make a very, very unique charity inside of Sierra Leone. That led us to do over 100 donations in the country, all over, cut across the east, west, and some parts of the province. We've given away 3,000 odd so water bottles to children in schools. We've worked with Tesco's and we gave toys on Christmas Day. Just imagine on Christmas Day, children having toys that they would never even have a gift in the slum areas. So we gave something in the region of 4,000 odd pound worth of toys, which was very difficult as well because someone let me down on shipping the items. So I actually took the luggages in luggage boxes, like all these toys, and I carried them on the plane with me. So we took 8 luggage boxes full of toys, basically from Tesco's. And I
So you
had
had
to pay
to
the
pay for
extra.
that.
Sorry?
I said I'm sure you had to pay for that extra
Yeah,
luggage.
I think it was £120 for each luggage box. One luggage box went missing. someone stole the luggage box just full of toys, and I don't know where it was, where they took the luggage box.
Let's just
Sorry,
give him.
I'm back again.
Yeah.
um,
Return of the Mac.
so I do apologize. A lot of people trying to get hold of me to work with me now and connect with me. So
Yep. Your
please bear
chance.
with me. So we've done, I don't know, 3,000 odd food donations. We've started a football team in Sierra Leone with unprivileged children, I should call them. You know, and that was via um, a football team from the UK, a major football team from the UK. Sally Kakai actually was the one to present myself and my family the t-shirts, which we took over to Sierra Leone, started a football team. We've gone to, we're starting a new sport in Sierra Leone. It's never been existed in Sierra Leone, so we're in the process of that. We was the one to design the hand wash bucket for the Ebola. Not the Ebola. Yes.
COVID.
Sorry, the COVID. We designed something that was a paint bucket, a string, elastic band, and a little bit of tubing that you could make something in the region. You could make it for about 50p, 75p, and it went viral. Dangote reached out to myself and congratulated me. The ex-president of America, Obama, reached out to us and congratulated us as well of what we're doing in the country. So from there, it's just been progression. Then we met a man called Ribs, aka Mr. Byron Cole, aka Ribs. He was one of the biggest rap groups back in the day, and we connected in Sierra Leone, and my son connected me with him at a pool. So we
Mr.
invited
Biggs.
him to one of the shows, and he joined us. And now he's a international director of the foundation.
Did you say
After
Mr. Biggs?
Ribs, yes,
Wait.
Ribs. Yeah, Byron Cole,
Yeah.
and his name is Ribs. So
Okay.
he managed to get certain A-list artists, UK artists on board as well, which then that takes you onto the SOS records. I will go in more and more in depth for this. So
Yeah, I want to hear, we've talked about the charity aspect, which
yeah,
I would say, you know, kudos to you, honestly, because regardless of what happened, a lot of people can move away from that, get
yeah,
on with their life,
yeah,
forget about it. But because of that situation, it was stuck with you, and you decided not to just move on with your life, but to do something about it. And
yes,
for that, I want to say thank you, congratulations, because I don't think enough people get their flowers for doing such things. I started my foundation as well as a result of certain situations, but
yeah,
those things don't really get blown up like that.
no,
And I know as well how isolating it can be, and you have this burden, you've taken on this role, and you have to go on and do all that it takes to keep it going. So well done to you. I know what it feels like, and you're doing such a fantastic job, and you definitely need to be recognized for that and be appreciated for that, because you don't have to. Somebody like myself, I'm a Sierra Leonean, so you kind of feel like you gotta do something, but you don't have to do anything.
yeah,
but you chose to do it. So I'm very, very appreciative of that, and I'm sure a lot of people as well watching will be. So now let's go more into the SOS records and
Well, one thing is, I need to say that before then, we have done one of the biggest donations in the history of Sierra Leone to 5,000 children on our foundation land in Lungi, Tug Green. And it was for 5,000 children. Each child was given 4 pieces of educational material: ruler, rubber, pencil, sharpener, and so. And then we gave to 400 teachers like a very expensive pen, like a Parker pen, and so, which we were all donated. Everything was donated to us. But right now, we are pleading with anybody out there, if they have listened to this interview so far and want to be a part of it. Right now, we are trying to ship 100,000 pieces, 100,000 pieces of educational material that I pay for a lockup every month, £100. And we are struggling right now to ship it to Sierra Leone. If there's anybody that wants to partner with us, that is able to pay for the transportation to Sierra Leone, and if they want to work with us, and we can give them a percentage of the education material, because we want to do the biggest donation in history of Sierra Leone. We are one of the biggest right now, but we want to do the biggest, because once you do something like this, you get more recognition in the country. And this is the reason why SOS was born. So shall I come to the SOS now? Shall I come
yes,
to?
please, yes, please. I
Okay.
want to hear that story about the SOS records.
Okay. So
See, you're already repping SOS.
yes,
I need my own gear so I can rep as
don't worry. By God's grace, I will get something printed for you.
okay.
So SOS Records was a part of the Spratley Charity Foundation Swing of Success. That was the logo. It was a child on a swing and so on, and it was called Spratley Charity Foundation Swing of Success. So we started to look at it a bit more closely, because we started getting connections with major A-list artists, major A-list artists. Byron Cole got it locked down with the UK, and I started getting it locked down with um, the American artist, and then we have Jamaican artists and so on. Now, this became really amazing, of the whole concept of the charity, where we were just reaching out to people and asking them to support us. And then things took for its worst with the coronavirus, and there wasn't any donations coming in, and someone supported £500 for the donation of the educational material to be shipped out to Sierra Leone. But apart from that, it's been very dry. I'll be honest. People have been supporting with the pillars and so on. We'll get onto that as well. So SOS Records were born because of the logo itself, Swing of Success. So we thought to ourselves, okay, let's abbreviate that and call it SOS Records. SOS Records. So we started to reach out to different A-list artists. Byron Cole started reaching out to the UK artists, and they agreed to put verses down on tracks. And we wanted not just give the opportunities to the mainstream artists, but we wanted to give the opportunity for the up-and-coming artists. And the reason why I even had an inkling of why I loved the music of Sierra Leone I was invited to a wedding, and I was one of the best men. And we was listening to Boko Talk, which is an amazing track with Preacher Man, Lucky Rock, Hard Life, and it was a viral track. It went viral all over Sierra Leone. So I was listening to that track and I was thinking, wow, this is lovely. This is a good feeling, a jumpy feeling, you know, and I really loved it. I was singing it. And from there, we was listening it from A to B, from east to west and so on. And I thought to myself, I'd love to have a connection with this man personally, Preacher Man and Lucky Rock. And then we went to the wedding was, you know, the wedding went very well at the time. And then a week later, I went to a show with Boss LA. And I thought to myself, wow, this is absolutely amazing. And LA recognized that I was only one of the white people that is at his show. And he gave me a wave, he nods up, yes, bro, cool. So I started falling in love with the music side of it. So it led to meeting Byron Cole, getting an A-list artist over to Sierra Leone and getting them to really push for the foundation. And this was just to be recognized. It wasn't the money factor really until we started to do shows at the stadium and so on. So from the SOS Records, we started to work with some amazing artists. It's crazy even saying it. We worked with The Game. We worked with Little B. We worked with Sean Kingston. We worked with Apache Indian, which is amazing. And which we actually made the remix of Boko Talk with Preacher Man and Lucky Rock. And they also signed with the SOS Records. Just imagine that. After listening to their music many, many years ago, now they're a part of us. Now, with this, we've got 9 tracks, believe it or not, on Audio Africa and Audio Mac, and it's going to be on DistroKid very soon. And we're continuous working with the A-list artists right now. So we've put these tracks together with A-list artists and Sierra Leone artists, and all you need to do is check out Audio Africa, Audio Mac, and you will see, and look for SOS Records, and you will see the amount of tracks that we've got out there because of the charity courses that we've done in Sierra Leone, and A-list artists are seeing that we're doing something powerful. So I reached out to The Game because I was going through certain situations, and I'll be honest, I nearly committed suicide at the time. There was a court case that I couldn't see my children and so on. And I reached out to The Game and I said to The Game, you know, I would love you to be on a track with Sierra Leone artist. That day or that evening, it came very close of me on a window ledge that I was giving up my life. That day, I had a text message from The Game saying, I'm willing to work with you. I was like, wow, this has changed my whole mindset of doing what I was going to do. What I was going to do because, you know, I'm all about children. I love children. And, you know, my daughter meant so much to me and so on. But, you know, things happen and the court decided this, that, and the other. So I was in a very bad place and I wanted to end it, basically. And by God's grace, everybody would have carried on with what I'm doing in Sierra Leone. So it led to us working with a game, which we work with a game, Apache Indian. We work with Takar. Now, Takar is also an alias artist in his own merit. He's worked with some amazing artists, and he's connected with Boosie Badass. He's connected with Money Man, Nelly, and so on. So just think of where the projection is going to happen with SOS Records. We're going to be working, by God's grace, with all these big artists in time. So he was on a track, and this track was all about a man struggling to see their child, which was my concept. And we put it together very nicely. We've done a remix version. We've done a version, first of all, for the UK, American version, and also a Sierra Leone version. And we put something together very unique. So, by God's grace, this is going to raise money and awareness for men going through difficulties of can't seeing their children. And the money from it will go back to men that can't afford the court fees, and also the Spratley Foundation, the SCF, to build in a village in Sierra Leone.
That is so touching, especially when you talk about kids, because I myself am a mother, and I cannot imagine not being able to, see my kid. Like, it will make you feel like life does not exist anymore,
Exactly.
because that joy is taken away from you. But the fact that you were able to turn that around into something positive and be use that scenario to do so much and also help others, you should be really proud of yourself, because it is not something that's easy. Just as you said, when you said something about wanting to end it all, there's so many people that go through that, but
Yes.
they don't get that support.
Yeah.
They don't receive that support, and they're going through those battles alone, and it makes it very difficult. So well done for turning that around into something positive to help other people. Please keep doing what you are doing, and thank you so much for telling us about SOS Records and how it came about. I'm going to put all the links, all the information
Mhm.
once we're done, so people can go and check it out. Please support the music, because Sierra, we need to really come together and support one another. It
Yes.
doesn't matter about the skin, the color of the person. It's about what is in their heart, their passion to support and help the country to move forward. You've already heard everything that Mark has said, everything that he's done. And I guarantee you, some of those that have this hate comment or have things to say, they have not done one thing whatsoever to help their own country at all. They have not done that. It's just talk, because social media is open for everybody to say whatever they want to say. So sometimes I go through his comment and it hurts my heart so much that somebody that is doing nothing wrong, all he's doing is trying to help these people, that's not even his tribe, that's not his people, but he is so passionate about changing the narrative for the country. So what is he doing wrong? Why is it that some people like to leave hateful comments on his page for no reason? No, it's really hurtful. But Mark, what I wanted to ask you is, well, right? So, what's your experience with being in House of Stars, and also the aftermath after being evicted? Your experience in there,
Yeah.
and then also since being evicted, how has it been? Has it been positive, or what can you say about that? And if given the opportunity, would you do it again?
Okay, so with myself going into the House of Stars, it was an eye opener. You're with 24 contestants. You have the CEO speaking. You're being woken up at silly hours o'clock in the morning by a very, very annoying, like frog sound. Wake up, and that was probably one of the worst part of it. But then you're connected with so many people on music, comedians, influential people, people that want the best for the country via education and so on. And there's other people in there that I could just see that they're just there for the money, and they wouldn't do anything positive for the country itself. So I became good friends with P Wiz. He's like he's he's like another part of my family right now. P Wiz he's an amazing person. Athena, lovely lady, absolutely amazing. Sergeant, if you watch the House of Stars, you will see me having a conversation with Sergeant and giving advice. Kish, and I gave advice also inside the house. I was like because I was probably one of the eldest, I was giving advice and I was just speaking about my life in general. Um, Everything that I said inside the house, everything that I was doing inside the house, that's me. Um, I put myself forward inside the house to clean the toilets, not because I wanted to get attention, it's because I do it at home. If I can do that at home, why can't I do it in the House of Stars? And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't look down upon anybody. I'm a type of person that I respect everybody as long as I get respect. Even before the House of Stars, myself and Real Mike had a little issue, which we resolved, which was, we became friends as well after this. And right now we're working on a Freedom concert with an A-list artist from the UK, very, very massive. And if we're able to get them across with one extra team as well, this could be history making. Very big A-list artist that, if you know the music industry, you just work with. No, I better not say the name just in case it doesn't come through. Anyway, we're trying to make this happen for May. Involved all of the contestants inside the house that I think that will fit inside this concert as well. Coming out of the house has been absolutely amazing. People reaching out to me, congratulating me, people reaching out to me, asking how they can support the foundation, what the foundation is about. People reaching out to me saying they'd love to be a part of the SOS Records, how can they be involved? There's been certain snags where I have 4 police cases right now in Sierra Leone, 2 with land, 1 with a keke and 1 with a car. But by God's grace, they will get resolved in time. So that was the only downfall of being used and being used for my generosity. We opened 2 studios. We're working for the up and coming artist. We're working on a studio right now in Lungi with Alex Focus, which we've just partnered with for. So we're going to open the first ever music studio and a learning center for the disability, like disabled, in Sierra Leone, the wheelchair users and so on. So this is going to be amazing. We're still after laptops, PCs, and so on. If anybody wishes to donate in Sierra Leone or wishes to donate to us personally, you will see those products or those equipment being shipped to Sierra Leone. Now, coming out of the House of Stars, if you listen to the way that everybody in the House of Stars respect me, educated. Most people inside in the House of Stars are very educated, and they know when they see a person that is genuine. Like Kish said, everything that I've said is true because he's done his research on me. P. Wiz said that I'm one incredible person. Athena, she was amazing as well. A lot of people said some amazing things, and it rippled effect out of there, which led to interviews, AYV, SLBC TV, radio stations are continuous having us on here, on us on their platforms as well, and then it led to me having connections with this lovely, amazing lady in front of every viewer. So I would just like to say thank you to yourself. I'm just putting my.
No problem. Take your time.
I don't want to have a
I'm
blackout.
gonna keep thinking return of
Yeah.
the Mac.
Okay. So this led to myself connecting with yourself, and you've been trying to reach out to me. I've been trying to reach out to you for a certain amount of time over the years as well. And only God makes the right time possible. So after coming out of the House of Stars, yourself reached out to me with a lovely message, which I did post on my social media because I was taken back with the message that you wrote. And I would let you say exactly what position you hold now, and because obviously this is a big announcement as well for yourself and for
So we
me.
get the announcement. Okay.
Yes.
So, since Mr. Freetown's been out of the House of Stars, as he said, we've been trying to reach out to each other over the years. I didn't get his message, you didn't get my message, and it was just like that. But right now, I'm glad to say that I am working closely with Mr. Freetown as a marketing and PR manager. And I literally love just working with him. Like we are just on that level. I don't even know who has more ideas, me or him. Like we're fighting. Like who has more ideas? Who has more to say and all of that. But honestly, it's been a pleasure working with you, and just to work with somebody that understands you and that you're on that level is like this, and you're just doing it. So I'm really grateful to be part of your team. No matter how small of a part is a part, and I'm grateful because for me, I go with authenticity. It's about somebody that I feel is authentic. So that is why I'm not just there. But I would like to, get some of those your friends slash contestants to come on my platform because I would like to talk to them about some of the stuff in the house.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Um.
So I would definitely love to have them and just have a fun, conversation. So now I want us to get onto the main project,
Okay.
the pillar for life. So please,
Yes.
can we talk about that? I
Yes.
want to hand it over to you to explain everything that is about.
Okay. So, I mean, this is a godsend again. Um, I was duped out of land in Sierra Leone. Uh, I paid for a certain amount of land in Sierra Leone. It's 50 million leones, and even though it was a family member, they still duped me. Um, so it's very difficult to trust certain people inside the country. So with myself, um, I was very upset, distraught, and so on. And it's a God blessing. Preacher Man's a part of the foundation. He reached out to the community, reached out to the chiefs, and so on, in Lungi, and they decided to give us 1 acre and 4 plots of land, beach land. Absolutely amazing. Now, thinking of a concept to change not just that child's life many years ago, but change thousands of children's lives. So we come up with a concept of building a beach village, which right now the walls are going up, and we've shipped out we've shipped out uh, certain equipment. We've shipped out play park apparatus and so on. So what we want to do on this land is build a beach village that will consist of many different segments. One, you would have a play park for children, a safe environment. So instead of children running around on the street, they will be with their families enjoying weekends, after school, or so on, but learning through fun. So different activities on there will help with their alphabet or so on. So we're going to use a very creative way of doing it actually on the play park. That's one. Two, we want to build a marketplace. Then we want to build a stage area because we have major connections of A-list artists. So we can bring A-list artists, and with the tracks that we've worked with or working on, we can get that A-list artist to come to Sierra Leone, perform with these up and coming artists or artists that we've chosen via the SOS records, and raise more money and awareness of exactly what we're doing. Because it's not just one land we've got certain amount of lands cut across the country. Even Mosby, God rest his soul, my good friend, his father is donating us land in the province as well. So having some land and not thinking of how we're going to use this in a proper manner and in a manner that is going to change people's lives. So we decided with a marketplace, stage area, play park for children, um, a place where it'd be low cost housing, maybe a hotel, bar area, and so on. And then also a learning center. So we can also help with the Kush epidemic in Sierra Leone, where we will be able to get certain people from all over the world to train these children with carpentry, um, electrician, roofing, and so on, which I'm heavily connected with these people. And they've already agreed once we've built these um, learning hubs, that's what we're going to call them. Um, and also, this is going to help with youth that is involved with drugs and crime, because if we can get them into something that is positive and something that is going to change their life, I'm sure they're going to respond and start working with us. So
Yeah,
that is the plan of what we need to build actually on the land. So
that is really good. I think that will be a space that, people will feel really comfortable in. and they can really just make it their own. And the fact that it is by the beach, so you'll be able to have performances. You know, he's already mentioned so many A-list artists that he's been working with.
Yeah,
So you never know who may be there, who
never
might
know.
be there. You never know. But again, talking about this sort the Kush stuff, I think that is something that is really amazing because we all know that Kush is destroying a
Yeah,
lot of the youths and taking away their future.
yeah,
This is because a lot of people don't understand much about addiction. People just want to escape, from their situation, and that is what leads to addiction. And the fact that you're trying to do something to educate people, for them to truly understand that this is this and that they can have a life beyond that, and they can go into different sort of things and do work and be able to actually have something,
yeah,
that they don't need to depend on just being on coach. And the fact that a lot of people don't even understand the dangers of kush, and so that is so important. And I am myself, I'll consider myself a lonely person since I've spent so much time there. And I will also, as I told you already, I will give you my 100% support. And even with my own foundation, we'll find a way to collaborate and make sure that we're able to, because I know when you were in the house, you had a good connection with straight picking, and straight picking is, like myself, a sickle cell sufferer, and I'm very passionate about raising awareness about sickle cell, and for people to have a better understanding of sickle cell and how it works. And I've been running my foundation. I remember the other day we were talking and you were like, how do you manage all of this? I'm like, I just do it on my own because this is where my passion lies, to just make sure that I'm able to raise awareness and able to help people. And that is why once the show is over, I would definitely love to work with street picking and try to for us to get more people to understand about sickle cell and how it affects people and how you can get it, because some people still don't even have that understanding. But all of that is going to be in works. I don't want to keep you too long. So, Mark, I wanted to ask you, so what are some of your future plans? You don't need to go into
yeah.
details, you can just explain some of them. But I'd love to know now, moving forward, what are your plans? I know you've got a charity, you've got SOS Records as well, but what are the plans? Can
Okay,
you
so
move
one of
forward?
the major plans, which is really, really fast approaching, of myself going out to Sierra Leone to be a part of the um, show when the final is happening in Sierra Leone for the House of Stars. Obviously, I'm one of the contestants, so I'm been asked to go back to the show and so on. So we are looking for anybody that wishes to have their logo on my t-shirt, to be represented of supporting myself going out to Sierra Leone in many different ways. Okay, so if I'm able to fly out to Sierra Leone, which by God's grace I'll be able to on a last minute.com flight ticket, because the expenditure of a flight ticket is very high now. If I'm able to fly out to Sierra Leone, I will be a part of the show. I will be interviewed by most TV stations, which is also connected with DSTV. I will be on most of the radio stations. So if you're willing to support myself having your logo on a t-shirt at the £200 mark, the small logo is 100, the bigger logo is the £200 mark. You will be connected with a charity for one, and your logo, your company, or your name will also go viral because I'll be having pictures with all the celebrities. I'll be having pictures with all the contestants. I would wear it the next day because obviously there's going to be functions and so on. And I'll definitely wear it to all of the TV stations that I've been asked to go to already. So then we'll also offer the first 10 people that is willing to work with us with the logo at the £200 mark, the 10 people, or the £100 mark, the 10 people, that we will have your name on a 10-foot pillar at the foundation land, which will be at the front of the land, with our 11-foot gate, which has the logo on it. And this is a pillar for life. So your name will be engraved into a 11-foot concrete pillar, and it will be there for life. I mean, for life. As long as this planet is is okay, your name will be there. Now, that also will go back into the land. This will help to kickstart the project for the play park. So we have to resurface the play park. We'll have to get certain equipment in there and so on to resurface it, and you know, get certain structures in there, and get the locals to build the seesaws and stuff like that. So anybody that is wishing to be a part of history, because remember, I'm the only white person in history of Sierra Leone that has gone into a celebrity house, for one. And I think probably, maybe in most African countries, they probably haven't had a white person going into a celebrity house at all. I, I think I'm one of the first.
So you're the first Oyibo.
So
The first one. No, honestly, out of all the reality TV shows that I have seen,
uh,
I haven't seen honestly any white person. So, indeed, we can give you that award for being the first,
maybe there's people in South Africa, I don't know, but
and not the last.
no.
Because we are welcoming Sierra Leoneans. I know we are all very
Yeah,
welcoming, we are loving, and we're going to accept anybody that loves our country. We
yeah.
are going to show you that love as well. And Mark deserves that love. He's doing this interview even while being sick. And please, I'm so sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry about that. So it is really good to just hear it all from you because
Well,
to don't call me nobody. If you're watching this, don't call me, please. Don't
mhm.
come and disturb my interview. So yeah, so it is really good. I have been looking forward to this interview. Everything has just worked against us, but God is like, nope, this is not going to happen.
Yeah,
And just as Mark said, please, if there is anything you can do to support and have your brand represented at the final, we can get that done. We can get that sorted. We are running really, really late at this moment because we were hoping that the organization will pay for it, but we understand, and we are trying to do what we can do to get Mark there because he deserves to be there. He deserves to be there. His broken record. Mark, have you ever thought about maybe applying for Guinness Book of Record for the first? for the first oh,
Maybe,
yeah, white person
maybe.
on an African reality TV.
Well, I think my PR manager can do the
Oh, and who is that PR manager?
and see if I'm you know if I get accepted or not.
Where is that PR manager? Where?
Uh this beautiful
Where?
lady sat right in front of you. So
Yeah, Guinness Book of Record, we're coming for you. So before we go, I need to let Mark first. So, but before we leave, I want to go through some of the comments that we've had.
okay.
Yeah, so this person's like, "Oh, I am inspired by your story. Well done, sir. Indeed." And then my good sis Fantasia said, "Welcome to my sister's page." And I said, "Thank you, sis. I love you." Before she starts screaming. And David said, "Nice interview." And anytime you see, let me just warn you now, anytime you see MAE, which is my nickname, that will be my mom.
Okay.
So, yeah. Hello, May,
Hmm.
May and guest. That's my mom all the time.
Hi,
Oh,
mom.
she'll be following you. Mommy, Max says hello and thank you. She's just coming from work, literally. So she's just tuning in now because she
Hmm.
was at work. Thank you, Mommy. I love you so much. And David said, keep up the good work. And Mom said again, hi. I'm about to make my mom be your manager. She says, sorry, I joined in late. No, mommy. No, I just said you it's fine, it's fine. We love you. We love you. It doesn't matter. I know you were at work. And I know you were rushing to find network just to join in. And I love you for that. You know I do. Mark, my God, it has been such a great pleasure. But this is not going to be the last time we are
Yeah.
going to do many
I,
more interviews.
I
But
was wondering
please,
if we could talk about the Pillar for Life quickly.
yes, yes, yes.
So the Pillar for Life is the pillars around the whole 1 acre and 4 plots of land. We need like 100 pillars, and each pillar we worked out that if we could get £250 for each pillar, you would have your logo on it, you would have your brand on it, you would have your, you know, anything that you wish to have on it that is connected with yourself. Or if someone passed away or you want to show love to someone, you can have their logo on it. Now, the money, I think it's something in the region of £50 of it goes to building a pillar, and the rest would go back into building what actually is going on the land itself. So that will build the whole village. Basically, that's what we've calculated it. With the pillar, you will get a video. You will get an advertisement on one of the TV stations in Africa, so you will be recognized. You will get a certificate saying thank you for being a part of the elites for the Pillar for Life, and then also um, you will get other things that is connected with it as time goes on, and also you'll obviously once we've built what we built on the land, we will ask you to come to the land and actually see the land yourself with low cost holiday as well, which we can put together. So this is something that we can do it with love. So if you buy a pillar at the 250,000, £250 mark, sorry, which equivalent I think is 5 million leones, we can put that packaged together for you in a very loving way of giving it back to you as well. Now, if anybody wishes to work with us of selling pillars, there is also an incentive that they will get a percentage of each pillar. So if you buy a pillar and say to them, "Oh, I can sell pillars to my friends, family, branding, or so on," you also get a percentage of that pillar. Right now, we're trying to work with a very big company in Sierra Leone. We've got connections with Netflix. A person has worked on 2 films and with Netflix already, and he's very interested in my life story. So just imagine that your name is on this pillar, and by God's grace, they look at everything that I've done on the foundation and the team members have done in Sierra Leone, and they put all this together in a documentary or movie. I will ask personally to have everything or every pillar filmed as a part of this documentary. So also you'll be recognized again. So please, everybody out there that wishes to support us, we've got a GoFundMe page, which we set up for building the play park, but also this will ship the educational material out to Sierra Leone. Please support us. And if you wish to be a part of the charity, you wish that if you able to bring sponsors on board, there is also you can also there be if you're able to get sponsors or brands on board, we'll also pay you back in some way, shape, or form. So please, I'm begging you out there, everybody, please help, because this is going to benefit not just for this generation, but for hundreds of generations in time. Because if we can do this, we can do it cut across the country, and we can change not just one child's life, but maybe 100,000 children's lives.
Yeah. Just to add to what you've said everything really very well done. Just to add to it, this is in Lungata Green, and the land goes right by the beach.
Yes.
So you have that view, and also Lungay is the gateway to Sierra Leone. Nobody goes to Sierra Leone without going through Lungay. Even if you're going by
Yeah.
boat,
Yeah.
just know that you're still going to pass through the waters of Lungay. So that
Yeah.
is the gateway to the country. And Lungay is one of the safest cities within Sierra Leone. You know, when it comes to conflict, things that have gone on that may scare other people, you don't have to deal with that in Lungay, right? You can literally, if you think, oh, safety, this, Lungay is completely fine.
Mhm.
And also, when it comes to construction, we have a flat land in Lungay, so you don't have to even spend that much to do anything that
No.
you will need to do like in Freetown. So Lungay has all of those opportunities for you. I myself, when I go to Sierra Leone, 90% of the time I'm in Lungay. That is just how it is. I love Lungay. And in case of anything as well, I'm close to the airport. I can get out of there very quickly. But usually things don't even come up. Even the whole civilian war, Lungay was the safest place to be because, well, I think they never thought they needed to cross over and they needed boats and they needed to pay to get to
Yeah.
the other side. So they kind of just forgot about it. So, yeah, Lungay is safe. Lungay is very fertile. Whatever you want to do in Lungay, it is. And the people there are lovely. I can confirm that to you. They're lovely. They just want opportunities, and if you can do something, to change the lives of people. This is your opportunity to do that. Change the lives of others, not just yourself, because by doing this, it's not just about you feeling good, but the fact that you can change lives. And what Mark is doing, I really, truly am appealing and wish more people would do that. He has used every opportunity that he's gotten to really build himself up and keep doing more and more and more. And this is your opportunity, because very soon we might not have any more space remaining. So this is your opportunity to get in touch. The Facebook is right there. I'm going to also tag the GoFundMe. This is a village that's going to be full of harmony and happiness, kids doing things, and people being able to be somewhere safe. Not like that child that literally had to run across, right? And right in front of the vehicle that Mark was in. This will be a safe space for kids. Their parents will know that they are
Yeah.
safe. You know, their moms might be in the marketplace, but they know that their kids are safe because
Yes.
they're in a safe zone. So please, Sierra Leoneans, anybody, anywhere, let's put our hands together and make this a reality. Everything is already rolling. Though you can do that if you want to give a gift to somebody. This is the best thing that you can give them. The best thing that you could give them, because that is going to be there for a lifetime.
Yes.
And that is why it's called Pillar for Life, because it will be there for a lifetime. It's not going to change. And that person's memory will live on forever. So
Yes.
even if
That's
you're
definitely.
not interested, make you give it as a gift to somebody. Valentine's is coming, Mother's Day is coming as well. So why don't you give them something meaningful, a meaningful gift that will be there forever? This is your opportunity. So please, the contact information is there.
Yep.
If you, for some reason, can't find it, you can always contact me. That is a send me a message. I will link you up with Mark as soon as possible, in no time. So please,
Just
let's
like
do this.
say one thing as well. Um, Apache Indian is also Apache Indian that sung Bokito, that sung Boom Shakalak, Wind Your Body, Wiggle Your Belly. Um, he's become the ambassador for the UK. Ben Kafala is also the ambassador for Sierra Leone. And by God's grace, Pee Wee's, the comedian, will be the ambassador for also Sierra Leone for a project that we're working on. Now, just think right now, I'm in contact with people that are highly connected with Snoop Dogg, and we're trying to work out some sort of deal with Snoop Dogg as well, via Rick Rock Beats, that we're trying to work with via the music side, via the SOS and the charity. And if you notice about the land, which I will share a video um, on my platforms, you will see names already on the pillars, such as Rick Rock Beats, such as Snoop Dogg's mum that passed away, DMX. There's people that has purchased their own celebrities that they wish to give back to their celebrities as well. You have Mos B that passed away. You have Tumac Radio, which supported us with one pillar. You have Ministry of Tourism of the whole country previous. She actually purchased one of the pillars as well. So already we have, I think, 12 or 14 pillars at the front with the logo gates. And now we're working on the back pillars and the side pillars. So please support us, because it's not just being your name there, but you are also being connected with all these celebrities and all these amazing people already, all of these companies that want to give back, and they want to see the best for Sierra Leoneans, and especially children. So imagine you having your name there, and you've got a certificate on the wall, you've got a video that you can play to anybody, and you're always going to be welcome to the land to see the progress of our village. I think this is amazing. And you have your own advert on TV. By God's grace, DSTV. If I can work out a deal with AYV, so this becomes an amazing opportunity, not just for the foundation, but for yourself too, to do something for children that has never had this chance. Create employment, because obviously we want to build certain things on the land as well, especially the marketplace, where the families will be able to sell their product while their children is playing in the play park, or playing on the football pitch, or even the basketball court. It's going to be a safe environment. It's going to be enclosed with two different entrances, so it's going to be safety as well. So please, everybody, if possible, support us, because we're only supporting others that don't have this opportunity.
Yeah, you've said it all. There's nothing even more that I can add to it. But besides saying thank you, because this is a great opportunity for kids, and growing up in Sierra Leone, when it comes to safety,
Yeah,
it's not always the case. I still remember when I was young, and I was trying to cross over this road, and there was a field the other side, and they literally just kicked a ball, and it hit my head, literally just passed out.
yeah,
So safety aspect is what we are lacking. Even in school, I used to
yeah,
be so scared just to go to the toilet because I have to pass through the playground, and there was no security whatsoever. So it was very scary. But I would like to thank you so much for gracing my platform. I've loved honestly working with you, and I look forward to all the great things that I know you're going to achieve. I know that for sure. You've got so many ideas that we can even talk about, but when the time comes, we will talk
yes,
about it.
yes,
Not now. So
yeah,
we need to get the seal of approval and the stamp, and then
exactly,
we can.
exactly.
But it's been really, really wonderful just having you, and I hope from this people will understand you better. And it's not just about House of Stars. There is so much more
Yeah,
that you have to offer to the country that you are doing and
yeah,
you've been doing, you know, and you keep doing more, 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 and more. And I know that you are unstoppable and you're going to do more great things that we'll continue to talk about. But thank you. I know you haven't been feeling so well,
yeah.
but thank you for even
And it's
just taking your time to come here. Are you drinking your tea?
I, this, this is the pop drink.
Drinking your
Zone.
tea?
This is pop drink, the 5p drink.
Yeah, the cold does the cold does not fear anyone. It does not matter. After the Sierra Leone breeze blow you, the English breeze. Now something else.
Yes,
But it's been really great, Mark. And I know this is not the last time that we're going to be doing this.
yes,
There's so many things, and we're going to keep talking about this. Thank you to everybody that's tuning, and I'm going to put all the information. Please, please, please. If there's one thing you're going to take away from this, is that it takes a village. Yep, and that village is Pillar for Life.
That's it.
And we need your support. We need your support. If you can't get Mark, as I said, just contact me. You send everything, I'll connect, do all the connection and everything that you need, and we'll get things moving quick, 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 quick. You want to dedicate it to somebody, a loved one, somebody that's passed, anyone, your mom, your dad, grandma, whoever. This is the best way to just let their memory and their story live on forever, in a pillar.
Also, I'd
In,
like to say quickly, because I become the brand ambassador for
oh
Salambobo,
yes,
which is amazing. So anybody that wishes to buy the products worldwide from myself, you can reach out to me for one. Um, because of the commission base that I'm getting, it also goes back to the charity. It doesn't.
yes. And remember, Sierra Leoneans, you know that Sierra Leone independence is fast approaching. So we need, I saw the gears and I'm like, I got to get myself and my family some. And
Yes.
I am going to get them myself, buy
Mm.
them, so at least I will be able to support the charity as well. So you need to get your gear. This independence, don't even try it. We need to go hard with our green, white, and blue. We need to go hard. Don't just go and find a cloth and just support an actual Sierra Leone based organization. And through that, Mark is already the representative of the ambassador for UK. So there you go. I will be getting my one, and get ready, because I am going to show it off all the way. Even the shoes I want to get.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, so please do that. I will put all the information. I'm going to tag all the information for the GoFundMe, everything, the brand as well. I will
Yeah.
tag it. I'll put all the information once this is done. And so whoever watches it, they're going to see all the information and they can click on it.
Is it
So thank
possible?
you, Mark.
Thank yous to my staff members and people that come on board recently.
Yes, yes, you can go. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I would like to say massive, massive thank you to Atta, um, the international director, program manager, Byron Cole Ribs, that he's also the director, the international director of the charity, and also the co-founder of the SOS Records. Preacher Man also is a manager for the Spratley Charity Foundation in Lungi. He looks after everything in Lungi, and also a supervisor for the SOS Records. I would like to say thank you to Eman Hospin, that we're working very strongly of signing in with the SOS Records. I'd like to say thank you to Wow, I would like to say thank you to my son and my children, and I love them. I would like to say thank you to um, I would like to say thank you to Lucky Rock for being a part of the SOS Records, signed with us now. Preacher Man being signed with us. I'd like to say thank you to African Big Daddy for being the manager for the supervisor in Lungi, and also signed with the SOS Records. I would like to say thank you to everybody that has played a part with the foundation. There's so many people all over the world that is supportive. I can't say all their names because I'll be here probably for about 2 months. And I would like to say that maybe you might see me in the House of Stars again, maybe as a contestant, or maybe you might see me in a House of Stars with my own show. That's all I'm going to leave you with. By God's grace, it's all down to God and his own way for making myself um to be a part of something that is successful.
What I would say, Mark, is that you have great success ahead of you. And I can't wait to keep seeing you and for you to keep doing great things. We'll come back and we'll talk more about all of those things. But I believe in God and I know you have all that it takes.
Mhm.
And I appreciate you so much. Thank you for gracing my platform. I really appreciate you.
Look out for Knives Down, Mics Up, because that's another project we're working with, by God's grace, via the government. This
Mark is always working, just so you know.
I'm always working, typing up proposals and sending them out to the government and sending them out to all the different relevant people that I believe can get on board. But this is helping to stop the cush via the music and giving opportunities to rebuild rehabilitation centre for the youths in East and also in Lungi to get them away from Kush. So just look out for the Nice Down Mics Up. That is connected with a boxer. His name is Ginge, and he's a massive boxer of the UK. That by God's grace will bring him over as well in time by the Ministry of Sports, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Welfare, Ministry of Drugs. And if any brands in Sierra Leone, such as QCell, Orange, um, Mercury International, any of the banks wish for me to be connected with them in any shape or form, or they want me to become their brand ambassador, or if they want to support the charity, please reach out to us because every last penny that I make via charity or other means goes back to Sierra Leone. Nothing is kept in the UK, and I have 100% proof to show everybody if they wish to have it. And that's the reason why we brought on Ben Kafala, which is the head of anti-corruptions in the whole country. Uh, so there's no foul play, and everything is very transparent.
Thank you, Mark. Wow, it is truly inspiring everything that you say, and I love the fact that you are ready and willing to back up everything that you say, and integrity is very important when
Yes,
you're in this field in this line of work.
yes,
So it is really good that you already know the kind of audience maybe that you're dealing with, so you know that you have to be ready. And as you do more projects and launch anything, I'm always here to support, not just in terms of what we have, but just the fact that I love everything that you're doing and the love you have for the country, and I'm appreciative of that. So my platform is always open to you anytime. And thank you so much to everybody that's joined us and that's watched. Like, please, if you're watching this later on, we know some people are still at work and all of that. But if you do come across this stream, please share, like, comment, and all of that. And yeah, we'll be launching some snippets of the interview and we'll be posting that. Mark, thank you. Thank you so much.
please,
And
King Sanon, please share this.
yes,
Sanon,
Kicksano.
I would like you to share this. Um,
Kicksano, I know this
well,
is not
boss,
gossip, but it's good.
001, I would love you to share this because, all these big platforms, they need to share something that is positive and that is going to make a change in Sierra Leone, not just people just talking and for it not to happen, or someone just to pocket the money. Please, I'm asking every blogger to share this on your own page and share it with others, because everything that I've told you is 100% truthful, and everything that I'm putting in place or I'm going to do, I'm going to get it done.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Please, just as you said, please, bloggers, let's share something positive for once. Doesn't have to be gossip. Can
Mhm.
just be something that helps everyone. And so I'll be sharing some snippets. I know you can share the whole live maybe. So I'm gonna be doing some snippets and you can share those
Perfect.
if that works better for you. Mark, thank you once again. I'm gonna let you go and rest,
Yeah.
and you know, my own work starts now,
Now,
even before, because I gotta go through all of these messages, emails, this, and so we can get things moving.
perfect.
So yeah, you can go rest, but I will be getting any much rest.
I would like to say a massive thank you for your dedication, the support that you made already to myself and the foundation, and for the hard work, dedication that you're putting already. And just like to say thank you to your husband and your children for allowing you to be a part of this movement, because it's not easy. Um, the sacrifices that you have to make with time and even financial, but you're doing it out of the kindness of your own heart. Just like to say thank you to all your family for being supportive.
Thank you. We'll always be here to support.
And I come
Always.
to London.
Yeah, I can't wait because I want to prepare some. I'm gonna prepare some Sierra Leone dishes for you that you
Lovely.
need to try. So I
I've
can't
got
wait.
sauce as well, which I can make. I'll bring it down to
Oh,
taste my sauce as well.
well, you'll be welcome in Auntie May's kitchen.
That's it. Why not? Why not?
Oh, my mom said, okay, Auntie Carol is watching too. She gave great donation for our old school. And so my mom said, thank you, Sister Rosaline, for your great charity work. So that's somebody I will contact as well.
Lovely.
That's my mom's friend, and my mom said, she gave great support to their own charity. So
Mhm.
I would definitely contact her and see how she can come in and support. So thank you, mom, for that. Thank you. I will contact Auntie Rosalind.
Lovely.
I'll
Thank-
do that. Thank you, Mark. Let me let you go and rest,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
Take
All right.
some lamb sip.
Yes, I need it. I need.
You
Okay.
need it. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, audience. Thank you
All
for
right.
watching. Bye, everyone. Bye
All right. Bye bye.
bye.